Welcome to this course, Hands-on Experience with the Electricity Market. In this video here, I will introduce you to the course. I will give you an idea of the content of the course, the target group, and the content of all the different videos in the course. But let us start with the background for this course. In connection with the green transition, there's an increased electrification of the society. We will replace fossil fuels, in many cases, with electricity. And electricity and the electricity market therefore becomes a focal point in the green transition. It is therefore important that many people will get to know how the electricity market works, because if you are going to be part of the green transition and you want to invest in green technologies, buy electricity or you have to sell electricity to the market. Therefore, it is very important that you know how electricity market works. There is currently no online courses in electricity market that can educate many of these new decision makers in the green transition. The University of Southern Denmark has therefore decided to finance and develop this course, and we are grateful for this. This was the background. Let's now look at the target group. The target group here is students on university courses that has a focus on the energy field. It is also employees in the energy sector and people, normal people, that are interested in the electricity markets. This is the target group. The learning objectives here is that you will learn about the economic theory that underlines the electricity market. This is the economical theoretical part. And you must also gain knowledge about the most important laws that govern the electricity market. So this is the law part of the course. And you must learn how to find the most important data that is used when you are going to make market analysis. And finally, you will learn how to use the power market simulator model so that you can gain practical experience with the electricity market. Normally, you will learn about how electricity market works through theory, where you have a supply curve and a demand curve and they intersect, and this gives the market price. But here you will learn how to operate the power market manually, applying this power market simulator model. This was the learning objectives. The teachers here on the course is we are three teachers. It is Ulrik Møller. He works at Energinet. It is the Danish TSO, Transmission System Operator. And in his work at Energinet, he has a focus on international development of electricity market. He is also external lecturer at the University of Southern Denmark. And then we have Bent Ole Gram Mortensen. He's a professor of public law at the University of Southern Denmark, and he has a focus on energy and supply law. And finally, it is myself, Flemming Nissen. I'm an associated professor at the University of Southern Denmark, where I am teaching energy systems. I'm also the owner of a company called Strategirummet, which has developed this power market simulator model. The course consists of three overall topics. There's a topic concerned about economics and electricity market. It consists of 10 videos. And then we have a topic with regard to legislation. It consists of 7 modules, and we have a topic concerned with market data. It consists of 3 videos. And finally, as a conclusion module, I will give some examples of how you can apply this market theory legislation and use the power market simulator model to gain experience in how the market functions in reality. This was the content of the course. Let's now look at the three major parts here. We have the part that is concerned with economics and the electricity market. This slide here shows you the content of the overall task about economics and electricity markets. It consists, as you can see, of 10 videos. In the first video, Ulrik will tell you about consumption, production, equilibrium prices on the electricity market. Then in video 2, I will show you how you can calculate production cost for power plants and how you can register all these bits to the stock exchange. In the third video, I will show you how you can do that. I will introduce you to the power market simulator and how you can use the power market simulator to get hands-on experience with the power market. In video 4, I will discuss how decision makers, they influence how the market is functioning, and I will show you some of the most important market mechanisms. In video 5, Ulrik will theoretically discuss welfare economics and introduce you to consumer, producer, and transmission surplus. In video 6, I will show you how you can calculate CO2 emissions and also these surpluses, consumer, producer, and transmission surpluses, how you can calculate these values in the real world. In video 7, Ulrik will show you how the theory is behind optimizing investments in electricity transmission. If you have one area you want to connect with another area, what should be the optimal transmission line between these 2 areas? In the video number 8, we will do some calculations on this optimal transmission between 2 areas, and we'll do that in an Excel sheet, and we'll also do it applying the power market simulator model. And in video 9, we will extend this 2 areas to 3 areas and to many areas. And in the final video, Ulrik will give you an idea of how the electricity market is structured in reality and how it is operated in reality. So this here is the content of the part where we focus on economics and electricity markets. In the content of the legislation part here, it consists of 5 videos where Bent Ole in the first video will show you how climate is controlled in legislation and the different regulation levels where also EU will be discussed and how we use CO2 quotas in order to receive climate targets. In the second video, it's about incentives and subsidies and state aid problems here. And he will, in this video, he'll also give some examples of how to support different areas within the energy sector. In the third video, he will explain you how the polluter pays principle is working And he will also discuss environmental production and internalization of externalities. In the fourth video, he will tell you how you can ban technologies and how technologies can compete with each other. And he will also give examples of technology bans. And in the fifth and final video in this part of the course, he will show you how you regulate the development of transnational connections. And he will also give some examples here. And in the final part here, where we are focusing on collecting data here, of course, if you're going to make market analysis, you have to have a model in order to do that, but you also have to have data. And in this part here of our course, we will look at how you can, which data is important, and how you can get access to these data. In the first video, we will focus on electricity production. In the second video, we will focus on consumption data. And in the third video, we will focus on data for transmission connections between price areas, and also all the other financial data that is important. And in my closure video here, where I close the course here, I will use all the theory and the practice you have gained throughout having these, seeing these videos, and I will focus on three examples where you can use this theory. The first example here is we will investigate what happens when a country makes special legislation regarding electricity taxes or subsidies for some different electricity production units. How will the international market respond on this? In the second case here, we will look at a situation where a country says, okay, we want to reduce CO2 emissions more than all the other countries, so we will make a special regulation that will ensure us that we have additional wind power in the system. Will this excess of wind power in the system, will that reduce CO2 emissions in the country and in Europe, or what happens? That we will focus on in the second case. In the third case here, we would say, okay, that we have to replace fossil fuels in the transport sector with electricity. Either we can have electrical cars, or we can make electrofuels out of the electricity by having these power-to-X plants. In this case here, we will increase the demand for electricity. And then the question here is it important that the politicians, they decide on building much more renewable energy in order to fulfill and have this excess of demand supply here? Or will the international market, will it handle it? Have the politicians, should they do something, or will the market handle it? That's the question here. And finally, I will show how, if you really want to reduce CO2 emissions below the EU targets here, where we have targets for electricity and heat production, how can you in fact reduce CO2 emissions? That will be the final part of this course. You can take this course by seeing all the videos one by one. You can also say, okay, there's some of the videos that have your special interest, and see those videos. It's up to you, because you're not going to have any examination in this course here. It is for your own education, this here. On behalf of the three teachers on this course, I will wish that you will find these videos and the course interesting, and that you can learn a lot about how the energy market is functioning. So good luck with taking the course.